Okay, so we are going to start week 31 for ConnexU. I think I'm recording and I sent the link out to everyone. Zoom has updated quite a lot lately. So if you are trying to get in to my Zoom room and you can't, you're going to have to send me a hangout. Because there's now a waiting room. So if you can't get in and you can't watch this live, you can always go back and watch it from Google Classroom. So I'm going to share my screen, maybe. Okay, so here we go. So we are on ConnexU week 31. So last week was 30, that was due today. So if you didn't get it done, you received zeros. And if you'd like to go back and redo it, you can. So this week we're continuing with stress and such. So it's self-regulation, conquering test anxiety. So think about this year we have PSSA and Keystones canceled. So that is one way to alleviate test anxiety. However, we do still have MAPS, and that will be at the end of April. So the learning targets for 5th to 8th grade, I can recognize strategies that can help me manage my test anxiety. And 9th through 12th is I can define and identify strategies to use that will help with test anxiety. So what is anxiety? First, you have to understand what that is. So anxiety is your body's natural response to stress. So it's maybe you're afraid of what's coming, you are a little unsure, and that's normal. Test anxiety is basically when you take a test and you can't perform as well as you think that you should. So most of our tests, like PSSAs, Keystones, MAPS, they count, they are scored to see your growth. So basically, sometimes people sit down and they can't do it. And is it normal? Absolutely. So here is, what does anxiety feel and look like? So there is a whole lot of different things. Stress affects people differently, and so does anxiety. So you might second guess yourself. You might be a little sick to the stomach, not being able to sleep. Those are some of the things that I know a lot of students feel whenever a test is coming up. So, oh boy, go back. And go back. Okay. I'm not sure why I can't see this. All right, so here are some ways a child's anxiety shows up as something else. So it might look like anger. You might not be able to sleep. You might not follow directions. You might be very calm and then very upset. You might not be able to focus. You don't want to do anything. You're very negative, and you're trying to plan for things that aren't even occurring. So I'm really sad. I'm going to escape this. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, I couldn't read this one. So things that kids worry about at every age. So like I said, anxiety is common, but when you're young, 2 to 4, you might be afraid of the dark. When you get older, 5 to 7, you come to find that, maybe when you go to the doctor, you get shots. That causes some anxiety. insects and animals. I find that my own daughter at 7, not a fan of spiders and bees. That causes her to be a little bit afraid of them and upset when they're near her. Ages 8 to 11, you become more aware of what's going on. So maybe you're afraid of upsetting your parents. Maybe you've lost a loved one and you're not sure how to deal with that. And then ages 12 to 18, school presentations. That was always a big thing for me. Your future, what does it look like? What are you going to do? World events, such as right now, we are dealing with the COVID-19 and we are quarantined. Our days don't look the same. Your family's days don't look the same. My day definitely doesn't look the same. And it's okay to be anxious about what is to come. It's okay. Go back to present mode. All right, so just some test anxiety tips. Be prepared, get a good night's sleep, fuel up, so eat a good breakfast. Get to where you need to go on time. So ours are always online, so make sure you are on and logged in without any issues before it is the time. Have a positive attitude, read carefully. Number 7 says just start. Just start taking the test. You're not going to always know the right answers. Don't pay attention to those around you. So don't look and think, oh my gosh, that person's done before me. It's okay. Watch the clock so that you give yourself enough time and focus on calm breathing and positive thoughts. So this is what our week looks like. Everything came out today at noon and is due next Tuesday, April 14th at midnight. So just a reminder that we do not have school on Friday for Good Friday and Monday for Easter Monday, okay? So I just wanted to leave you guys with this. So anxiety is like a bucket of water. If you keep filling it with stressors over time, it's going to overflow. So use some of the meditation and yoga strategies that we talked about last week. Know what your stressors are and what causes you maybe some anxiety. Maybe some of you have never had these feelings, and that's okay too. So I'll just stop sharing. So again, I hope you guys have a happy Easter. I hope you're staying healthy. And if you need anything, please reach out. Have a great week.